The iPad Pro 2024 has it all: a fantastic OLED display, powerful M4 performance, a thin yet solid design, and unbelievably long battery life. Though some of its peripherals and upgrades are pricey, Apple has delivered its best premium tablet in years. The iPad Pro impresses thanks to its slim design, outstanding OLED display, powerful performance, epic battery life, and repositioned front camera. Apple managed to one-up its excellent predecessor with this beast of tablet. Visually, the new tablet isn't a radical departure from its predecessor. It's a solid piece of aluminum featuring a large display and thin profile. However, holding the tablet reveals that you are dealing with an all-new device. The 11 and 13-inch iPad Pro are thinner and lighter than their predecessors and the new iPad Air tablet. The size and weight differences might not look like much on paper, but they make a huge difference in the real world. For instance, I constantly have to reposition my hands while reading comics on the old 12.9-inch iPad Pro because the big tablet is so cumbersome to hold. That's no longer the case since the new tablet is easier to hold over longer periods. Speaking about changing positions, the tablet's front camera is now landscape-oriented instead of portrait-oriented. Most people hold tablets in this position, so it's great that Apple finally moved the front camera. This makes participating in video calls, taking selfies, and using Face ID to unlock the iPad Pro feel more intuitive. I'm a fan of this repositioned front camera. Like the previous model, the new iPad Pro only has a single USB-C port. That's a bummer, but not a deal breaker. People have been clamoring for an OLED iPad Pro for ages and now it's finally here. The new design is nice, but the Ultra Retina XDR display could be this tablet's main selling for some people. To my eyes, the screen is both bright and colorful. The contrast between dark and light elements is astonishing, delivering beautiful photos and videos. It's really quite striking. I watched a YouTube video called LG Jazz HDR USD and was floored by how magnificent it looked on the iPad Pro. The pure black elements served as an excellent contrast to the vibrant colors. On top of that, the 120Hz refresh rate ensured everything moved silky smooth. If you like digital comics, you will have a great time on the iPad Pro. Color comics like Conan the Barbarian and monochrome books like Savage Sword of Conan look equally fantastic. The former's rich colors and dark shadows make the story feel more alive, while the latter's deep black inks let me see individual lines in great clarity. Moving over to our display test, the new iPad Pro's color reproduction, color accuracy, and brightness aren't much different than the previous model. However, the OLED displays helps everything appear much richer, especially colors. Even if the iPad Pro 2024 has comparable color values to the previous model, the overall picture quality is much better thanks to the display's OLED technology. I'm a professional reviewer, but I have a hard time conveying just how good the iPad Pro's OLED display appears. This is arguably the best OLED display I have ever seen on a tablet. You need to see it to believe it. Our 13-inch iPad Pro review unit packs an M4 chip with a 10-core CPU, a 10-core GPU, and an updated neural engine. Our tablet has 1TB of storage but no nano texture glass, toss-in Wi-Fi plus cellular, and this review unit is valued at $2,099 as configured. Like the M3 chip, which also utilizes 3nm technology, the M4 processor features hardware-accelerated mesh shading, ray tracing, and dynamic caching, all of which are a first for the iPad platform. I used the iPad Pro as a laptop and the tablet had no problem handling my regular workflow, which usually has me juggling multiple open tabs and applications. The iPad Pro never slowed down even when I tossed a YouTube video into the mix. The tablet also handled digital comics without a hitch. The iPad Pro also did well in our benchmark tests on Geekbench 6, which tests overall CPU performance. The M4-driven iPad Pro performed almost twice as fast as its M2 counterpart. However, there is one caveat. We are comparing Geekbench 6 scores for the iPad Pro 2024 to order Geekbench 5 scores for the 2022 model since we switched versions a little while back. The important thing to know is that Geekbench 5 results are not directly comparable to Geekbench 6 scores, but the huge difference between the two here tells you all you need to know. The iPad Pro 2024 is significantly faster than its predecessor. The new tablet also performed faster in our Adobe Premiere test, but not by a staggering amount of time. What about gaming? Resident Evil 4 runs fairly well, though it was short of the 60 frames per second standard most gamers like myself desire. I didn't have a way to see the game's exact frame output, but to my eyes it seems to be steady 30 FPS. That's not great, but it's still playable. Lastly, we ran the 3D Mark gaming benchmark on iPad Pro. Not only did it score better than the previous model, but it also pumped out more frames per second. I am eager to see how iPad games optimized for the M4 chip will perform. The iPad Pro 2024 is an exceptional tablet. Its vivid OLED display is a marvel to behold, and the new thin and light design makes it more portable than ever. I am also a fan of its speedy M4 powered performance and astonishing battery life. Sure, its peripherals are expensive, but as a device, the iPad Pro has everything you could ever want from a tablet. The only loose thread is that iPad Pro's AI capabilities. This has been a sticking point for me whenever I review an AI computer, since there just aren't many applications that take advantage of a chip's NPU in any appreciable way. Apple says the M4 and its onboard neural engine NPU is an absolute powerhouse for AI, but I have yet to see that. Hopefully, the company will go into further detail during WWDC 2024. Even if the iPad Pro never becomes an AI powerhouse, it's still an incredible tablet for people who want a powerful slate with a gorgeous OLED display. The iPad Pro has set a standard for all premium tablets to follow. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.